Yamaha Big Bare we're working on today, and putting a new ignition switch on it. But the problem I ran into is that on the wiring harness end, these wires go into the plug are loose, and I can't get them to stay in there. So the plan, cut this plug off, and solder them together, and then heat shrink it. First thing I'm going to do, go ahead and cut all these wires off the plug on the ignition switch side. And go ahead and strip them back and tin them with some solder. Alright, now I'll do the same to the bottom side, and I'll cut some heat shrink and slide over this top part. Okay, so I'll go ahead and try to show you how I tint the wires on the harness. Got them all tinted. Now I'll cut some short pieces of heat shrink to slide over the wires before I solder them together. Alright, back up at the top here, show you how I slide the heat shrink over the wires. Push it way up into the insulation, so it'll hold it up out of the way and it won't shrink up on the wire while I'm soldering it. Like that. I'll stuff this back down in there and I'll solder them together. Alright, got my wires tinted and my insulation trimmed back out of the way, and my soldering iron nice and clean. All we gotta do now is match them colors. Alright, so I got all the wires soldered together and the heat shrink slid down over the bare wire. Before I shrink down that heat shrink, I went ahead and connected the positive battery cable, and I'll give the new ignition switch a try. It says I'm in neutral. So I'll say that's good, and go ahead and get my lighter and shrink down that heat shrink and wrap a little electrical tape around it and call it good. Also, I want to go ahead and make sure that the turning the wheel, turn the handlebars, the wire doesn't bind up anywhere and has plenty of room to travel.